Welcome to another Unitrend Certified Administrator course. Today we're going to be giving you a general overview of how to navigate the UI. To access the Unitrend's UI, you'll need to access it over HTTPS on port 443 and log in as the appropriate user. You'll see we have a global menu up on the top here. This gives you some of the alerts that are happening within the system. For example, if a system is no longer responding to connections or if there is an update available to the system or any of the agents. You'll see under the question mark here, we have the guide for the system. This gives us the online administrator guide, so that way we can look up any information about any type of backup, recovery, etc. There's an online community and the ability to open the support tunnel for the support team. Note that we will ask you for your OS root password. That is normal and standard. If you have a virtual appliance, you may need to register it for support. Note that you get 30 days of support from the data deployment of your first installation, where you would be able to call into support, work with our chat team, etc. There's a product tour, which you can reinitiate at any time. And feedback goes directly to our product management team. I really like to highlight this piece because you should use this anytime you see something that we can improve. Our product management team will prioritize based on customer requests. If you need to see information about the appliance itself under the About menu here, there's a lot of really great information about how much CPU, memory, etc. is associated to the machine, and especially the asset tag. You will commonly be asked for this by the Unitrend support team. There is release notes if you need to know that. We can also run an inventory sync here. This will go out and refresh all of the assets that we have added to the system, giving you an updated list of things like virtual machines, databases, etc. We can manually check for updates, and if you have a software appliance, we can also set our deduplication settings, which of course should be level 3 in line dedupe. And if you work in another country and you would prefer French or European English, where we'll swap the month and the date, that will also be settable through there. You can also see here we have our user account information. If we wanted to change the password for our current user, we can from here. We can also set themes here if you would prefer to work with a darker or bluer, rather in this case, theme. That said, if we come to the tabs on the left here, the Configure tab will take us to the Appliances and Protected Assets tab. This is where you'll first come when you're doing your initial setup. Away from our dashboard, we would come in and we would configure the options for the appliance, like under the Edit menu, add in our assets to the Protected Assets menu, as well as setting any options for those assets and creating retention policies. Once we've done all of that, though, and we've created our backup jobs, we'd be able to see on our dashboard if there have been any problems, what systems have been protected, what has been replicated off-site, and what storage is currently looking like, as well as compliance jobs, where we're able to test and verify that backups have been known good beyond just a screenshot, that applications actually work. Within some of these other menus, we can do things like creating our backup jobs or creating a replica of an already completed backup. We can perform recoveries. Most recoveries will occur under the backup catalog, and you need to keep in mind the date range when you're looking at this. Most customers will want to set this further back, hit filter, and then you can add a new policy to where it will show you a longer period of time than the default of just today. We'll go into more options on how to perform these recoveries in another module. Just know that these options are located here. We also have the ability to do our job management, see active running jobs, see jobs that have already completed, and we can even dive into the logging for those jobs if we need to. There are also recent system jobs. For example, when instant recoveries or file level recoveries are initiated, they'll be logged here, as well as what user performed that operation. There are some times where retention policies will kick in as well, and we'll have to automatically purge other backups. You can see that kind of information here as well. Under the reporting, we have a lot of different kinds of reports, but backups typically refer to the backup history, be it a success or failure, or if we want to filter down just to failures. We can also see the weekly status here. This is a rolling 7-day report. But within the UI, you can see this just by clicking either at the top level here, or if I wanted to filter it down to a particular level, I can see just my VMware VMs, for example, here with what's been backed up and replicated off-site. And if there are any issues, I could find out the details within here as to what happened. More of our reporting is covered within another module, but again, very easy to understand what's available here if you've performed recoveries, backup copies to cold or hot targets, your appliance statuses like capacity, the load, or if there's been any alerts, how your storage has changed over time and how we're helping reduce that with compression and deduplication, and more. But again, this is just a general overview of how we would navigate the UI here. We will cover each of these items in a module in the future. If you have further questions, please contact our support team or check out our guides at Kaseya University. Thank you and have a great day.